Okay, now we have on the screen the next session speaker, Babu. Babu, welcome.
Thank you,
And
sir.
Babu is going to take us through the Excel. Friends, we as finance professionals, we use Excel day in and day out. And without Excel, it's like we really can't think of how do we either do the working or reporting. Whether you are a data entry operator or you are the CFO, it's like you cannot imagine a day without an Excel. And I have been always biggest advisor of technology and also making sure that you upgrade your skills. Every session, every month, we take up along with the GST session, a 45-minute session on the Excel skills. And I never believe in an information overload. So we only take up few Excel tips and formulae. And if you practice that, that becomes at least saves a life. Please note, computers are slaves of us. They are meant for easing our life. Today, most of us have ended up in doing some mundane work, which computers can do beautifully. We are doing that work. Humans are meant for using intellectual training, right? Systems have to do the reports and we have to do analysis of it. In today's session, we are going to tell you Power Query, at least from last 7-8 months, we have been taking various topics on the Power Query. Those of you who have attended the session first time of today, you can watch as the earlier sessions of the Power Query. If you say, I know H lookup, V lookup, if summits, or I can write macros, I will say that is history. 5 years back, if you have said that, I will say, yes, okay, you are good in Excel. But today, if you are saying it, then you are a normal user is expected. You are not a power user just because you know pivots. A power user can use Power Queries. And this we call it as M language. So today we are going to see one of the tool where if you have the data, say month-wise data, could be a sales data, could be a payroll data. I have the data. I want automatically to be incremental. I want it to be incremented automatically. How do I do it? Again, this session is recorded. It would be shared for you for your viewing at a later point in time. Request you to go through it. If you are using older version of an Excel, Microsoft Excel, then you will not be able to use all the things. You should upgrade the Excel. If you are using any of the versions which are less than 2013, you will not be able to use it. Do not use pirated versions. So in these situations, you will be able to handle it. Babu has already shared a link of the files. In fact, those files are also available on the, I am putting the files on the chat also. You can try these files as Babu is working it. You can just try exploring using those files. Yeah. Babu, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah, today taxation is, as Venu sir mentioned, the first part is Power Query automations. It is a very powerful tool. The second one is interactive dashboards using the same data. Then top 5 useful formulas. These three are today topic. Then first the Power Query. Maybe we need to know the Power Query is available or not in our system in our Excel application. In 2016 and above 2016 or Office 365 users, you will get maybe home insert, page layout, similar way data tab. In the data tab, the group get and transform data. From here you will get the get data. From get data, I'll show you the other commands. If you are below 2016 version, you will get there are free add-ons in market, and if you go and see in Windows website also, there you will able to download that free add-ons. You will, if you install that Power Query add-on, then you will get the tab and ribbon like this. From here you can able to access all the data and you will able to work using Power Query module. If you are using Power BI, Same way you will get the ribbon and you will automatically, that is inbuilt, there is no need to install any add-ons, you will get this kind of tab. Then if you, I'll share you this link. If you want to download that rare older versions Power Query for older versions, you can download using this link and install it for your older versions. Okay, now directly I'm going to show you the practical session how Power Query will work. The first part, if you see, maybe if you know basics in Excel, if you are using data analytics, or if you are working on more data, day-to-day daily sales related reports or inventory related reports, some other reports, payroll data, or any data, if you are working on Excel, sometimes someone will use Access files. If you are getting 20 lakhs 30 lakhs data, for if you have, suppose if you want to do 2-year reconciliation, if you get 20 states 30 states data, 2-year data, if you want to consolidate, maybe it won't support if it is exceeding 10 lakhs rows. That time most of the people go with some other SQL servers, they are posting to the SQL, then they are executing some uh, queries, they are extracting the requirement data, summary data, then using some another in-house applications or access the free application. But it will replace all the applications with Excel application. We can use Excel applications. You can use up to millions of data using Power Query. Power Query, the first part you need to understand Excel application. Why I'm telling, maybe most of the people, Excel is very simple application. Yeah, it is a simple application, and also there is a limitation. But if you use technically, you can use up to whatever you have data. You can reach up to Power BI. You can reach up to SQL Server. You can reach up to bigger any server. You can reach up to Access also. How? Using Power Query. Power Query, there is no limit. You can add more data in Power Query. The Excel engine will store separately whatever you import data through Power Query. By default, Power Query, by default Excel, if you record any data in Excel, it will save in XML format in the same engine. But if you use Power Query module, then the complete data will save in separate data. Maybe most of, I know everyone know Tally application and Tally data. Tally data is separate, Excel application is different. Sorry, Tally application is different. Using Tally application properties, we are able to read Tally data. Then we are able to see the complete data. We can able to create data and we can store the data into that particular folder. Similar way, if you use Power Query, also act like this only. That's why you can use unlimited data, but you need to apply some techniques. Then only you can able to work properly. There is no issue in performance also. You can use properly. Yeah. Okay, I will show you the best tricks and useful ways for your day-to-day activities for preparing dashboards, analyzing data, and combining data. Most of the time, if you see SAP, Oracle, some other applications, if you want to generate data, if there is a huge data, you are going to generate week-wise data or month-wise data or year-wise data, then you need to comment that data. If you comment again, you need some other applications to consolidate and summarize the data. But the similar way, if you have some limitation of data with month-wise or year-wise, you want to consolidate. See, here I'm having sales data 2017, 18, 19, 20. I'll show you this data. Maybe see, and also if you see, if you have 2-year data, the first 2-3 lines will come that government, that logo, some other things. After 2-3 lines will come empty. After that, titles. Below that, some other titles. After some rows gap. After that, some GST number and values, then subtotals. This way will come. Suppose if you want to combine 30-40 GST data, you can use Power Query. Similar way, here also you see order number is in order number, customer sales in first row. In second row, ID it is committed. This is already splitted. If you extract from some in-house applications, there are some limitations. They will give this way only. Again, you need to do some formatting. But every time, if you want to download the data, if you want to format it is very critical job, time consuming job. But using Power Query, one time if you set up this steps, that will record whenever you get the data. If you paste in that folder, if you refresh that output data, it will give output data. like VBA. Just I'm completely telling overview only, then I'll show you practically. Suppose you know, if you know VBA also, it is a steps. First, I need to do the first row and second row merging. Then second one, I need to apply borders. The third one, I need to change that values to comma decimals. Then the L column, I need to split that values. If you know macros, you need to write that step by step condition. Based on that one, it will execute. Similar way, one time if you set up in Power Query, it will record, it will say whenever the data is there, if you press, it will execute and it will give you with all the updated data. No need to write any VBA. You can replace with VBA up to some levels in Power Query. Yeah. Okay. This is the data. I'll show you one more file also. If it is similar data, it is easier. Otherwise, if you are getting multiple ways of data, that means rows, columns, and subtotal something, then you need to understand that existing structure, comparing 2 to 3 months, how it is coming. Based on that, you need to apply some filters in Power Query level that I'll show you. See, in 2018, 2017, title same, columns are same. Then no worry. We'll see how we can apply and how beautifully we can get this data consolidated data. Practice file.
So this is an empty file. Now we are getting.
You can open.
We are getting all the data into this.
Yes. As I shown in PPT, my version is below 2016 version. I may get, maybe if you are 2016 and above, from data tab, you will get in left side, get data. There you will get the sub commands. Everything it will come under data tab only. If you have any doubt, you can ping me through chat. I'll guide you if required. See here in data tab, get data and get external data group, new query. In my system, the command name is new query, from file, from folder. See, it is asking folder path. Here I have 4 years data. I want to consolidate this data. Combine and consolidate, and I need to summarize the data. Okay, I given that path. Okay, if you want to know how to copy this data,
Babu, I would suggest you remove one file. Later we copy one file and automatically then incremental data refresh also we can show.
Yeah, I have that data also, sir. I given 22 data.
Okay, fine. Good. One data is outside, right? Okay, good.
See, if you want to copy this path, just select here, then you can right click and copy it. You just select this path and copy. There are many ways to copy this one, or you can press Alt D, it will select and Control C. That is up to you. I given 2 methods to copy this path. Just paste it here, then click OK. If you want to work on larger data, that time you need to have at least minimum RAM and processor in your system. Otherwise, it won't work. If it is a Power Query and any application, that is also an important point. See, here it is loading all the list of files, 2017, 18, 19, 20. Then in bottom, if you are able to see combine, load, edit, there are some options. Here I need to combine this data. Combined all the files, then I need to edit. Maybe in 2016 above versions, instead of edit, it will show transform data. Combine and edit. It is showing example files. There are 4 files. First file I am taking as a sample. The sheet name is sales. Then I'm clicking OK. This will help you more and more if you are working on larger data. See, it's downloaded, it's combined and downloaded to Power Query module. This separate module. If you see this Excel in bottom, you are able to see, right?
Yeah.
In left side, it is showing practice file .xlsx. In right side, it is showing data query editor. This is separate application. It's an inbuilt Excel application only, but it is a separate module. See, here I am taking sample because the data is final file. Just I am selecting transform sample file from data. Maybe in your 2016 and above, it will show transform samples only. Just we'll apply all our formulas and conditions, formatting all the required formats here. Then we'll transform to data because data is final one. This is like working file. Okay, here you can able to see all the data, all the fields. We'll see what are all required things. Here is already taken order as a header. I need to merge this to order and ID, order ID. Then I need to remove promoted headers. See, now it is showing column 1, 2, 3, 4. That is okay. Then, sorry, yeah.
So, friends,
So
on the right side, what you are seeing, whatever I am doing as an action, the right side it captures as the steps. So, anytime you can go back, edit, change it.
Yes. Now I want to merge order and order ID. For this, will use transpose formula to transpose rows to columns, the data. Then we'll select this two. This is very beautiful module. Maybe based on our requirement, we need to apply that conditions and commands. Then it will work very properly. I just selected these two. Here it is showing command merge columns, or you can right click. See, in right click also it is there, merge columns. I need to merge the two with space. See, now it is order ID, customer ID, salesperson, order date, it is coming like this. Then again we'll transpose this. See, order ID. Then we'll use the first row as a headers. In transform tab, there is a command, use first row as headers. See, this is first our data formatting activity. The second one, there is a salesperson. If I want to apply some graphs, dashboards, that time if I want to display lengthy names, it is little maybe it won't show correctly. We'll use short names, which will for creating short name like Venkat, Meera, just select this one. Otherwise, you can use, what is it? Add column. From add column from samples, select from selection. Maybe if you know flash fill, it is also working like flash fill. If you see Venkat, if I enter Venkat and enter, it will take automatically all the similar contents.
By the way, you can actually try this on the Excel file, and you just enter one name, and below it you just press Control E. System will automatically do this.
Yes. Just will change this header as a salesman.
Can you see on the right side automatically it said rename the column? Maybe you can also drop that column, Babu, so we don't need it.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Yeah, the salesperson column can be dropped.
Yeah, maybe we'll remove this salesperson, the full name. This is not required. Okay.
Yeah, just hold there, Babu. Now,
yeah.
Friends, if you can see on the screen, you see customer ID, salesman, and the order. But on the right side, if I select the two lines above, Babu, can you click on rename the columns?
This one, yeah.
Yeah, now if you see, you have the salesperson, which means Excel is remembering all the steps that have happened, and it is giving you the final results. So this is the way this M language works. It is like an advanced version of your macros.
Yes. See, now we got salesman short name. Then suppose if you want to see difference between order date to shipping date. Here also an interesting point is there. See, there is a command. I selected order date and shipping date. See, again I'm telling you, first I selected pressing control button, order date. Second one I'm pressing again control button, shipping date. See, subtract days from add column, it is giving minus. System is understanding the columns first what I am selecting, second what I am selecting. Now see, first I am selecting shipping date, second I am selecting order date. Then I am subtracting.
No, two columns not selected. You have to select the order date.
Yes. First I selected shipping, second one order date. Subtract.
Now you'll see plus number.
See, the system is understanding each mouse activity also.
You can actually remove the inserted date subtraction there itself, Babu. On the right side, instead of removing this column.
I'm not removing, just moving to here. Yeah. To see the difference.
So this is, you can say, is delivery date, delivery time.
Then what we can do, some other automations. There is one more field, shipping mode and container. Both are coming in single column. For our analysis purpose, if I want to see, suppose that container wise or shipping mode wise, some analysis, I want to split this one. For splitting, see, from transform data, almost all you will get all the formatting commands from transform only by delimiter. There are very good features, but now we don't have time to explain. These are all features. I'm directly selecting custom function. I'm giving space, hyphen space, because it will split without any space. Now we got shipping mode. Now we got containers. Clear? If you want any other formatting also, we can do format here only. So I hope everything is clear. We formatted. Then we'll transform this data to Excel. We can do complete data to Excel sheet, or we can store somewhere and we can use through pivot options. There are two options. Anyhow, the first option only I'm going to use that one. Now see, if I click data, it is showing some expression error because the first one it is taking some of the standard fields. Now we changed many things. If I remove this one, it will take that sample what we have applied in sample file, that everything it will take automatically. Here it is showing again source name. Maybe this also will help us for our analysis. We'll do some formatting here also to extract that year. Okay. Here also we'll use that flash fill option. See. Just check it whether everything is coming properly. And oh, 2021 is not coming properly. So okay, fine, no issue. Otherwise, we need to apply one more condition.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Just explain the concept.
See, then close and load to. Just sorry.
Now
Download
let's
sample and
consolidated file.
yeah, 1 minute. It's downloaded sample and data both. It's not required. We'll download only data. Load to. Now it will download only data file only. 8399 rows. Up to here, any doubts? You can ping me through chat. I'll clarify.
We can continue, Babu.
Yeah. See, now we downloaded, we combined four years of data and we formatted, we applied some formatting, then we downloaded to Excel. We'll see if I add 22 file, it will come or not. It will come with formatting or how it will come.
Open 22 file once. So
Sorry, sir.
Open 22 file.
Yeah.
See, so if you see here, the line number 1 is order, line number 2 is order ID. 2 different lines are there. Then we don't have the salesman name. It is only salesperson. Mrs. Gunny is there. So in our way, what we have done is we only expected the first one. So it means it has to take this data, delete it, transform, and put it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
In fact, this is the fun part of it. This is the best thing.
Yes.
Of this.
This one-time activity, if you fix that steps, then automatically it will understand. It will do for incremental data files also. Just your job is to refresh this data.
So look at 8,400. Yeah. Now
done.
You can see data below it.
Done. It's updated up to 10,500.
This works like a magic.
Yes. Up to here, any doubts? Then we'll go for interactive dashboards, how to create using this data. Just I'll give you 1 minute. If you have any doubts, you can ping me through chat.
We'll take questions at the end.
Yeah, fine. Okay. This one more beautiful option. If you have data table in your workbook, data tables. Suppose if you have some data, raw data, for example, you are preparing financials or some other daily MSS, monthly MSS. If you have common data without data table, you need to apply formulas to columns or up to data end. That time, the data, the formula refreshing time will take more time if you have larger data. But if you have data tables, the file size will increase, but the performance will give more and more comparatively the formula applying. See, I'll show you here, for example. Okay, I'll go and show you here only. Here, my shipment amount is there. Suppose if I want to total, see, it's very simple. Sum. Before that one, you need to understand this. You need to know this table name. If you have multiple tables, then you can able to see from here. The table name is data. Using the data name, I'll show you how to get the sum value. Sum. The first argument is number 1. Here, you just type data. It will show the data symbol also here. The below one is formula fx. Then it is showing table. Just take this one, then open square bracket. See, once you open square bracket, it will show all the data fields, data tables. Here I want to take shipment amount. See, you are able to get this data. It will refresh very quickly. If you apply the complete formula directly on the data table, I'll show you the difference. Suppose if you want to get this data, if you apply this way, it will store all the selected rows, 10 lakhs rows in from backend. It will check in all the 10 lakh rows. But if it's data table, it will go and check step to step quickly and it will give you the output result. That is the difference between this formula and this formula. Okay. Now we'll see how to create interactive dashboards. Maybe give me a minute. Sorry. Yeah. Creating our interactive dashboards using this data, I'll show you the sample things, maybe you can easily understand. Just apply, otherwise pivot table. See, it's automatically taking data name. First we'll go with salesman wise sales. Including year wise. Maybe instead of this way, if we can put bar chart, it will be more interactive. For changing, go to design tab and change it to bar. These are all one-time activity only. If you apply clear conditions and formatting, then every time you need to store your raw data, automatically it will refresh. I don't want this field to display here. Hide value field. This one also. Hide this field. Then I don't want to show grid lines. I want to show data table. Sorry, data values. See, for this one we'll apply for changing this comma decimals. Just select this pivot table value field and right click and go to value fields and number format. Click OK. Use this comma separator. Okay, now it is looks good. See, this is showing year wise, salesman wise sales, but just will increase this gap. If you double click on these lines, it will open automatically this pan. Then you can change. Yes, this looks good. Suppose if you want to add year or your containers as a filter, you can add slicers for slicer formatting. Also, we can do the slicer settings. I don't want the display headings. Into two columns. You can add some titles or your company logo. This is up to you. These beautifications. You remove this grid lines from view tab, and it looks good. Instead of two columns, we will put 8 columns. Okay, 2 columns is fine. We put as a one
So
only.
the alignment you can do the way you
Yes,
want.
yes, up to you.
Basically the objective is now you can see this is interactive. I'm not sure how many started using slicers. Slicers is very important.
Yes.
So basically, can you just select large box now? So only data relating to large box is there. So for management users, it is always important that they have been given information where they can actually select the data and it is
Yes.
automatically giving the results.
Yes. Then we'll add some other analytics also.
Babu, go back to the slicer. We can just need to show them on the date range. You have the order date. You can add a slicer on the date, please.
Yes, yes.
Go back there and in the no, you can select there itself and add the slicer. Yeah, not order ID, no order date. Pick the order date. No, I think data is not set as date.
Sorry, sir.
Data is not set as a date. That is why if you have set as a date, you also get a date bar.
Correct. Yes. Understood.
You select that as timeline. Delete this and delete this. Right side, yeah. Select the timeline. Yeah, already perfect. So
Yes.
this is also a very important slicer. You can actually see users
Yes.
can play with the data. Now, if I want to see the sales between August to October, and somewhere it jumped.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
So you can just select August. Yeah, you can on the left side, right side, you can expand. You can increase the August. You can increase to 2 periods, please. August, September. Yeah. So this way I can change. So right now your slicer is working 2 way. So you can change the date, you can change the filters. So this has become like a real dashboard and interactive. Whenever you are presenting financials for multiple quarters or multiple months and the
Yes.
multiple companies, a consolidated financials, you can have the slicers as your data
Yes.
That's okay. Now they got it, Babu. You don't need to. You
Yes.
go back to the. You can just add one here. Yeah. So what Babu is doing is he's creating different dashboards and getting the.
Data.
Now I change any value on the top, automatically all these graphs will get changed.
Yes.
So that people will always talk about creating dashboards, interactive dashboards. This is interactive dashboard. You have the data, the huge data. Now you can see everything. Data is dynamically changing, and all the information is coming from one single source. That is
Yes.
how
Just
the dashboard gets prepared.
yes. Your job is to just collecting that raw data and pasting and refreshing. That's it. Then everything will refresh automatically.
So do for one file, load all the data into it. Data gets automatically refreshed. Your dashboard gets refreshed.
Yes.
It might be like though we did it here in 15-20 minutes. First time when you are doing it will take half an hour, but later you will find the benefits from it.
Yes. Yes.
Any doubts to the participants?
Yeah. That's it.
So we have completed Power Query, merging files, and interactive dashboards.
Yes.
Babu, the next one?
Yeah. The next one is the most useful formulas for regular activities. The sum if s, count if s. These four formulas, and if s. Now, if you see in Office 365, there is a if s. These are all formulas are very most useful formulas. You just practice it. Already I shown you using this data tab. Anywhere you can apply these five formulas are very important formulas. I'll show you quickly. I'll explain you the basic things about that formulas. See, now I got using some formula the value total altogether for all the years sales, but I want to see 2017 data only. For that, we can use some if formula. I'll show you some if and some if else. What is the difference? See, there is only one criteria. That's why I'm using sum if. In sum if formula, range, criteria, sum range. Three arguments are there. The first one, I want to see the range from data tab year. The criteria is U1. That means you can able to see in above. The sum range again data shipping amount. So it is very easy if you have data tables. Instead of creating name also you can use this data table names. See, for 2017, this is the value 28,3,430. If I change it to 2018, it will change the value. Suppose if I want to see container wise also, year and container. Again, I need one more condition here to filter another. But in if condition, we don't have directly that additional range and criteria to add here. For this one, so let it be. I'll add here. For this, we need to use sum if s formula. In sum if s, we have 255 arguments. See, same here also from data table. First, the argument is asking sum range from shipment amount. Then criteria range. First criteria is year. From data, year, the year is in U1. The second criteria, container. Container also data tab, container, then u2. See, this is the value for 2018 container large box 2761 value. If you want to see here, I will apply and show you 2018 large box. See, you can able to see, always everyone will see here only to check the values in bottom in progress bar 2760.9. Same value only. This is the difference between sum if and sum if else. This is most useful formulas for data analytics also. Same will apply. This is sum. We'll see. Sorry. Then suppose sometimes your management will ask count also. Count of orders. For same only. It is like here sum if, there also count if. Similar data open, you can take any columns. It should not be with any empty cells. You need to check that one also before taking the columns. I'll take order ID, this range. No, I want container wise, right? I don't want to take this one. For this year, I want to see count of orders. Okay, then again I need to take all data year. For year 2018. See, for 2018 there are 2142 orders. Then we'll see for 2018 and large box. For that one, we can use count if s. Here we have multiple criteria. Same data, bracket, year, 2018. The second criteria, container or container, this one. Okay, 91 orders are there for 2018 large container, large box. Okay, this is how count if s and sum if s will work. Any doubts on these formulas? Then the final formula is if. Maybe if is very useful formula. It's a logical formula. Just I show you here one condition. If formula is having three arguments: logical test and true condition and false condition. If the logical condition if true, then what is the result? Then if it is a false, then what is the result? That's why they have given three arguments. See here, I'll take this one container. If container equal to jumbo drum, then they are shipping from Mumbai. Just I'm giving one condition. Else, if it is not jumbo, then they will ship from Chennai. See, this way if condition will work. If you want to nested ifs, you can add multiple conditions also. Yeah. is clear. Any doubts, you can ping me chat. The session is over. We will share you this all the practice files also.
So the file right now which Babu has worked, that would be shared to you, and the recording would also be shared with you. For some of you, it might be sounding like, okay, too much of program, too much of formula, too much is confusion. It appears. Till you learn, it appears like a complicated. After you learn, it's like a child's play. But make an attempt to learn. Simple. Just to sum up, we have consolidated 5 files, actually 4 files, 5th file got consolidated automatically. So we have seen a power query of how to get the data from the files. After it is loaded, we have created a simple pivot, and from the pivots, we have moved all the reports of the pivot to a single sheet and created like a dashboard. And the dashboard had the timelines, slicers to it, little formatted, where the for the management perspective, they only need to be in that sheet. They just need to select the respective years and they get it. And lastly, we have seen the count ifs, and an if formula, how to use it. So these are the various points that we wanted to give you as a training for today. If any one of you have understood or did not understand, have any questions to discuss, please share. We are here for some more time. Little silence. So you are taking some time to understand. Absolutely no worries.
Yeah, one thing, maybe if you are using larger data, don't worry, you use Power Query, it will give you very good performance instead of using direct Excel. Just if you don't know, just you search in Google or YouTube, there are many samples and they will give with clear pictures how to use if condition in Power Query, how to use max function in Power Query, or if you want to add multiple columns, rows, merging, everything, whatever you get in mind, just apply in YouTube or Google, they will give you clear examples. Otherwise, there is one more good option. There is a Windows blog. You go to that blog and search your doubts. There are many links. You will get clear screenshots in that blog also. Based on that, you can practice and you can use. It is one-time job. For example, if you are creating sales dashboard, it's one-time job. You just search in Google or YouTube somewhere. You create this one time. Then it will save your time to do every day the exercise of doing formatting, collecting data and applying the formatting and consolidating, then posting it to somewhere. This will completely reduce your time. Yeah.
Right. Thank you, Babu. Thank you for taking time out in explaining these concepts. And I should thank Jagdish and Ashika for actually putting that whole presentation and taking all of us for the various topics on GST. And finally, a big thank you to the participants for taking your time out and fully being there, attentive and participating, asking the questions and the doubts. With this, we have come to end of the session. If you have any more questions, you can ask.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for giving the opportunity to present technical session. Yeah.
Yeah, participants actually can unmute yourself. If you have anything you want to ask, you can unmute and ask. Okay, so there are no further questions. I think we can wind up for the day. You will all get the presentation material, Excel, the PPT, and the link of today's presentation or email to you. Thank you everyone. Bye-bye. Good day.
Because I said open to the pattern, you can